Kansas Kitty, and I welcome you back to my channel. This is my weight loss surgery channel, and I had the RNY gastric bypass surgery on June 25th, 2018. So this marks my 47-week post-op update. I started off my high weight at 238 pounds. I'm 5'6". I'm 39 years old. I am in maintenance. My maintenance range is 138 to 145. And last week I came to you and I weighed 142. And this week I come to you and I weigh 142. So happy to be maintaining. Was an exciting week. My two girlfriends and I, we took a quick trip out to the East Coast to run the Vermont Marathon. And you know, the marathon in general is a really cool race. It's not about how strong you start off. It is about the trials, and the real trials come later on, and it really takes a lot of mental and emotional conditioning to finish. This was my 7th marathon in my 7th state. I was really proud to collect another marathon and finish. So here's my medal that I got. And not only that, it was just a really fun trip to be with my girlfriend. I'm not going to go completely into all of the race details, but it was in the mountains. It was gorgeous. It was more of a trail race, and I am used to road races. And so that was a challenge. It was a challenge because we had to constantly watch our footing. It was a small race. There were only 145, I think, or 146 runners or so. And they were actually doing this New England challenge where they were collecting 6 states. They were doing 6 states in 6 days, 6 marathons. And so we kind of felt guilty because we were coming in really strong and fresh, and we made sure as we passed folks, because it was kind of a loop course. It was a loop course. Basically, it was 8 loops. He did these 8 loops, and we were sure when we passed everybody to just let them know, hey, we're a won it and done it. You know, you guys are the real heroes here doing 6 of them, because a lot of them were walking. They were walking the course, and we could tell pretty quickly that we were running a lot faster than a lot of the other runners. Which was odd because of where I started. I mean, when I first started my shuffle jog, you know, after post-surgery, I was so slow. I was doing like 15-minute miles. And so to come back felt pretty awesome. Some of my trials that I experienced very early on in the race is it had rained a couple days before we got there, and so some of the areas were a little muddy. And on our very first loop, my friend and I, we were trying to skip over some of the mud, so we went off to the side, and my foot got caught right on a branch that was there on the ground, and I fell. Boom, like just fell. And my friend turned around, she was like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? And I was like down on the ground, and I got right back up, and I was like, nothing, I'm good. I was in total denial. I was like, oh my gosh, I just fell, and I'm not gonna acknowledge this. I'm gonna keep on going. There is a long ways to go to still finish. I was really happy to be able to run side by side one of my girlfriends, Carol, for the entire thing. And we really got to know a lot of the other racers along the course because we kept passing them over and over. And so we'd start conversations, pass them, continue conversations, high five them, shout out, get to know each other names. And although it was not a spectator type of race, it was a race where we were feeding off of each other's energy, all of the different runners. So it was a lot of fun, and believe it or not, my friend Carol and I, we placed first. First for female. It was crazy. There were two guys in front of us that finished first, and out of everyone there, Carol and I, we crossed the finish line at the exact same time, and we came in first place, which is insane, but I guess is the beauty of running a smaller race, that can be a lot more attainable. So anyway, really, really proud, really excited to run another marathon. And what's next? I am signed up for another marathon already in October. I'm going to Atlantic City to do the New Jersey Marathon. And I know some of you have heard me talk about my friend Carol a lot on here, and this for Vermont Marathon was her 102nd marathon. And so she's collecting the states. She's got four states to go, and New Jersey happens to be one of them, so I'm going to go with her in October. And my friend Vanessa, who went on this trip, she's going to come along as well. Because October is 5 months away, I would honestly like to fit another marathon in there. And so I'm looking at possibly trying to go north, because north, the temperatures will be a lot cooler if I find a July or August marathon. And I'm looking at either probably Wisconsin or Michigan at this point, but I would definitely like to squeeze another marathon in there so it doesn't feel like it's too long. And putting a race on the calendar just really helps keep you motivated to continue to train, to keep your mileage up, to stay in shape. And I need all the motivation I can get. So I definitely am going to be fueled by marathon races like I was in the past, because I just feel great. I feel good when I've got something that I'm working towards. Quick thank you to my subscribers. Last week, your comments really, really warmed my heart. I'm really behind on replying and loving and liking, just with the busy week that I've had. But I just want to thank you, because you guys made me feel so good after I went to my plastics appointment, and I just felt kind of, sad and defeated. You guys responded and really lifted me up and really accepted me for me, and I just really felt your love. So I really want to thank you for all of your love last week. Couple NSVs. We ended up getting matching tank tops for our marathon race, and they were really cute. They said Soul Sister on it, and I ended up ordering it for all three of us. And it was really fun, because when I put the 3 tank tops in my online shopping cart before the race to order these shirts, I ordered 3 smalls. And that felt pretty good, that I am the same size as my runner friends. They don't struggle with their weight. They don't have the issues that I do. And I always, just like mentally always have felt bigger. And I have been bigger than them. I've known them for 10 years. And to actually be the same size as them is a little mind-blowing to me. I know that I'm smaller, but still, it's mind-blowing. It's an NSV to be wearing the same size clothing as my super trim and fit runner friends. Food-wise, I am right now where I am in maintenance and post weight loss surgery. I feel like I eat a decent size amount. I'm not really measuring anymore because I'm in maintenance, and I probably should, but I just kind of eat a decent portion, and I eat kind of until I get full. And I do know that I still eat less than your average normal person, because when I watched my girlfriends eating, they were eating much more than I was, and I was getting full a lot faster. But I'm doing a lot more intuitive eating and just kind of listening to my body and eating until I'm full. Being out on the East Coast, we ate a ton of lobster, like a ton of lobster. It was so good. It was so fresh, so yummy, and we had it for pretty much every meal. It did get a little pricey, but when you're just buying for one instead of your whole family, you don't feel so guilty splurging. But I ate pretty smart on the whole trip, and I think that's easy to do when you're around your friends. Hydrating. I have got to do better. I did not do good hydrating this week, and post-marathon I should totally be better at hydrating. I did great leading up to it, but then afterwards I got really lazy with it. And we did go out and celebrate several times after the marathon, and so I got my vodka waters. I had lots of vodka water. And I brought my lemonade Crystal Light packets and put that in there and stirred that up, and it tasted really, really good. And so I had a lot of those, and then I also had a lot of caffeine, and I didn't do good hydrating, so that is something I've got to do better this week. Let's talk a little bit about the amazing benefits of protein. So protein is a muscle builder, and for runners it's basically a muscle rebuilder. Protein breaks down when you run, so when you fuel with it after, it helps your body build back that muscle to keep on running. This week when I donated plasma yesterday, and they always check my protein levels, and your protein has to be between a 6 and an 8. And after a marathon, usually your muscles, you've just lost a lot of protein. But I think with all that lobster eating this week, I did really, really well, because my range, the range is 6 to 8 to be healthy, and when I got my protein checked, I was a 7.1, and I was really, really proud of that. So it's really cool when I do donate plasma, I get to check those protein levels on a weekly basis. I am super proud of my protein because I've really kept it up this entire time post weight loss surgery, and it is not hard for me to get 100 grams or more in per day, and that's really what I aim for, is just to get plenty of protein. And I do drink shakes still, and I do drink my keto coffee that has the 20 grams of protein in it, so I'm doing a good job with my protein. Every cell, every muscle, and every organ in your body is made up of protein, and that protein breaks down. You have to replace it, and this becomes even more important after bariatric surgery, because you're limiting how many calories you take in throughout the day. This means many of those calories need to be from protein sources. Protein helps your body in a number of ways after your surgery. It maintains and builds muscle mass that is essential for weight loss. Because of your low-calorie diet, you are already at risk for reduced muscle mass. If your body does not receive enough protein from outside sources, it will break down even more of your muscle mass to compensate. Protein also helps your body heal from the surgery and wound itself. Other benefits include healthier hair and skin and nails, as well as a higher functioning immune system. Protein even fills you up for longer periods of time, so you will find yourself less hungry between meals. So important to get your protein in post weight loss surgery, and those of you that are really extreme exercising or running, even more important to get that protein in. So what's next? I already mentioned my Atlantic City Marathon in New Jersey in October, and I'm looking for another marathon in a few months to do either in July or August up north, where it's going to be a little bit cooler temperatures, like Wisconsin or Michigan, and really just wanting to maintain, stay happy and healthy, and keep running marathons. Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint, so pace yourself accordingly. In the marathon of life, there is no finish line.